Good morning, all of you. Welcome once again to accountancy class. Today we are going to discuss the topic double column cash book. So in the previous class we discussed on different subdivisions of journal. Under that cash book we discussed. So once again I tell you these are the subdivisions of journal because original journal entry we can't write like how we studied in debit credit. So the separate books are maintained for writing the journal under different heads. So cash book, double column cash book, single column cash book, petty cash book, then purchase day book, sales day book, purchase return book, sales return book, bills payable, bills receivable book also there, but though not there in your syllabus. Okay. So cash book, single column cash book, just we discussed in the previous class. Now today we'll discuss how to do the double column cash book. Okay, so single column cash book in the previous class I told you. Remember once again, cash book contains uh, two sides, in the sense debit side and credit side. So if I draw like this is debit side, this is credit side. Okay, so whatever receipt, so easily you can remember like this. Whatever receipts, if business is receiving money, that item will appear on the debit side. If we are making payment to someone, all payments will go to the credit side. So that is the thing you have to remember. So just like that in double column cash book. So but here only one amount column, single column cash book, what I told you, only one amount column is there. But in double column cash book, there will be two amount columns, one for cash, another for bank. Okay, so how it will appear, just I will draw. Only amount column, two columns you have to make, just like a single column cash book only. Date first we write, so here it will be date, then particulars, then that VNLF, that and all you can make. So amount column is classified into two, so one for cash, another for bank. So one, if cash you are receiving directly, then you have to write in the cash column. So then if the money is received or deposited in the bank, then the amount will go to the bank column. Just like that, payment side also there. If we pay money, then so payment side also again cash, bank, two columns will make. So both the side are same, but only receipts you have to write in debit side, payments you have to make on the credit side. That is the difference. Okay, so this double column cash book with the cash and bank columns, that is what actually we are going to study. So this one, how to start, just we'll discuss the items, because in this cash book you have to go through different categories of items which how to treat in the cash book, because here two columns are there, one is for cash, another for bank. All bank related transactions you have to write on the bank column. If bank received money for us, then it will come on the receipt side, debit. If bank has made payment on behalf of us, then it will appear on the credit side. Okay, so remember, usually business people have contact with the bank, so sometimes for us bank will do all those transactions. Sometimes our customer will deposit directly into the bank, so in bank the money is received, so that time we also have to write on the bank column. Okay, so bank already they have our account, and online system of maintaining account is there, so they will make entry in that debit credit rule they will apply. But at the same time in our cash book also, whatever bank transactions are happening, that we also have to record. Okay, so here first we have to start with opening balance. Always you have to start the cash book with the opening balance. If it is a new business, opening balance will not be there. Otherwise you have cash in hand, cash at bank, opening balance of cash and bank. So usually they give cash in hand, cash at bank, how much cash is available with your hand or in the business, and how much cash is there at the bank. So these both first you have to write. Now second thing we have to discuss is contra entries. So what do you mean by contra entries? Okay, contra entries are passed in the following two situations. So under these two situations we can pass contra entries. Why it is called contra entries? This item or these entries will appear same time on the both the sides. That means it will appear on the debit side and credit side. So both side we have to enter for a single transaction. So otherwise we know for a single transaction either it will be debited or it will be credited. But for contra entry transactions, these items will appear both on the credit side also and debit side also. So these two situations only contra entries comes. Remember, when cash is deposited into bank, suppose today I am doing business, I deposited 5,000 into the bank. So what happened? My cash has gone to bank. So what increased? Bank balance increased. Okay. So bank account debtor to cash. Cash decreased. From my hand, cash has gone to bank. So bank balance increased and my cash balance decreased. Both these items are asset only. So bank also asset, cash also asset. But bank asset increase, that's why debited. But cash asset decrease, that is why credited according to the accounting rule. Okay. So this is for deposit of cash into the bank. Now when cash is withdrawn from the bank, if you are withdrawing money from the bank, opposite entry, what is coming in your hand? Cash is coming and from your bank balance it will reduce. Suppose I have 10,000 rupee in my account. If I am withdrawing 2,000, then my bank balance reduced to 8,000. So but in my hand I received 2,000 rupees cash. So my cash position increased and bank balance decreased when I withdrew cash. Okay. So here bank and cash is involved. Here also cash and bank is involved. So when one debit or credit, both this cash and bank only is coming, these postings you have to do on the both the sides, because one side is it should go, we have to minus money, and one side we have to plus money. So both side we have to put this. Okay. Okay, so when we solve problems I tell you how to post it in the cash book. Okay, now other items we'll check. Receipt of check and bank draft. Sometimes we receive check or bank draft, means when somebody give us money, they can give us money, liquid cash they can give, or they can give us check. Okay, so when we receive check from someone, what we have to do? We have to submit to our bank. Then bank will collect money from that person's account and deposit in our account. That is the procedure that you know, I think. Okay, suppose you are giving me check, then I will present that check to my bank. Then that check my bank will send it to your bank for collection. After collecting money from your account, then they will deposit in my account. So that is called what? Check transactions. So when we do check transactions, when check received from a customer and deposited into bank on the same day. Suppose today I am receiving a check in the morning and the same day I am depositing it into the bank. Then where I have to enter, this will be entered on the bank column debit side. So where I have to enter? debit side bank column, debit side I have to put, because I received cash, my bank account will increase. So bank account, debit side I have to put. Okay, so I told you, two columns will be there, but cash and bank. Just example I am telling. So what I write, today I am receiving a check from Mohan. So what I will write in particulars column Mohan. Then in bank column I put the amount, because same day I deposited the money. Okay. And another case is there, check received from a customer. Okay, check received from a customer but not deposited in the bank. Suppose today I am receiving a check, but I didn't get time to deposit or send to bank. So what I will do, next day or any other day, after some days I can deposit it, or I can give that check to the bank. So then you have to pass two journal entries. So remember, if check is received and deposited into the bank on the same day, then directly you can enter in the bank column, debit side, because it is receipt. If your cash and bank is increasing, then debit side mein dalna hai. If your cash and bank is decreasing, balance from your deposit or from your bank money is going out, or from your cash position money is going out, then you have to write on the credit side. So this you remember. Okay, when we get money, you have to debit. When bank balance also increase, you have to put that item on the debit side. If money is going out from your account, then you have to put that item on the credit side. Okay, now this check is received today and I am depositing that check in another day. Then two entries we have to pass. While receiving a check, today I am receiving the check. Okay, so what I will write, today means 6 ton I am receiving the check. So I write check in hand account debtor to customer. That customer's name I have to write. Okay, Mohan means Mohan, Arun means Arun, Raji means Raji. Any person who has the customer name, that name we have to put. So check in hand account we have to open. Okay, and if I am depositing that check on 8th, I'm going to bank on 8th October, then that day I will write what, bank account debtor to check in hand. So on 8th I can write in the cash book to check in hand करके bank column में amount डालना है. I can put the amount in the bank column. Okay, so this journal entry wise I am explaining, but directly you can write inside the cash book, because cash and bank column already there. So this bank column is already there created, so no need to write the journal entry. Only debit side you have to put check in hand, amount you write in the bank column. If cash comes, then you have to write the amount in cash column. If bank comes, then you have to write amount in the bank column. Okay, it's very carefully understand, because after some explanation or these points only we will be solving the question. Now next is payment by check. So this is receipt of check or bank draft, both are same only. Now if we pay check, where it will go? Payment side. Payment means we are paying from our account, check we are giving. So credit side of bank column, where we have to put, I already told you, when we make payment our account balance will decrease, so you have to put it on the credit side. Check you are giving, so bank column. If you are giving cash, then you have to write on the cash column. Okay, now dishonor of check. So what is dishonor? Dishonor means, example I will tell. Suppose you gave me a check today, you gave me a check and I submitted that check into my bank today or day after tomorrow, day after today or tomorrow, any day, no problem. I deposited. Then now what bank will do? Bank sent that check to your bank. But your bank told to my bank that in that person's account no money is there, no amount is there. then what will happen? Check dishonor means it is not honored. Check is not honored. So that situations, this information my bank will inform me that the check you submitted is dishonored. So when dishonor happen, what I have to write in the cash book? If a check received from a customer and deposited into bank for collection is dishonored, an entry will be made on the credit side of cash book in the bank column. So when I receive a check, what I write? If I am same day, if I am depositing, what I write? Customer, bank account added to customer. So if it is dishonoring, if it is dishonored, then that reverse entry I have to pass. What? Customer account added to bank means on the credit side, again I put that customer in the same position by customer करके where you have to enter the amount on the bank column. Okay, so when I solve question it will be very clear. Now you understand. Now cash discount. If cash discount is there in the question, the amount will be recorded after deduction of cash discount. Suppose they are saying sold goods for 5,000, cash discount 200, then don't record this 200 discount column is not there in the cash book because cash and bank column only there. So directly you have to minus 200. So 4,800 you can enter in the cash book after discount amount. Okay, so this many points I told you. Remember, receipt of check, what to do if check is deposited same day or check is deposited in different day. Next, payment by check, dishonor of check, then cash discount. Okay, now another explanation is about amount withdrawn for personal use. So the proprietor or the owner has taken money for his personal use. He can withdraw from cash book or from bank. So where it will go? If it is taken from bank, where you have to write, your balance will decrease. So whatever decrease, where to write? Credit side, cash book credit side. What to write? By drawings. So drawings करके you have to put on the credit side, where to write the amount on the bank column. Okay, now next is endorsement of a check. Endorsement means, suppose A received a check from B. Okay, understood? No, matlab B has given a check to A for rupees 1,000. So B has to give money to A. So instead of cash, B told A that I'll give you check. So A received check from B. Now this check is with whom? A. Now A has a creditor. A has to give money to C, 1,000 rupees. So now what will do? This A can transfer this same check to C. This transfer of check or any monetary instrument, financial instrument is known as what? Endorsement. So now A endorsed the check to C. Okay, A received check from B, but A has to give money to C. So A has transferred or given the endorsed the check to C. So this is known as what? In business language we call it as endorsement. So when endorsement happen, the check received from a customer is not deposited into bank. This A is not deposited into bank, but he has transferred or handed over to given to other person, that is endorsed. He has given to whom? To C. So that situation what to do? So just we'll discuss an example here. A check for rupees 20,000 is received from Arun on 2nd March 2012. So the owner received a check from whom? This person for rupees 20,000 and he endorsed that to Vishal. This owner has received the check but he endorsed this to whom? Vishal. Now we have to pass two journal entries. On receipt of check, what to do? Check in hand to Arun, because we are not depositing that check into the bank on the same day or different day. Nothing is given, but not deposited. If when we endorse it, we cannot deposit it to the bank. So first entry will come check in hand account letter to Arun. Now when you endorse it, what to do? This Vishal, who is the endorsee, endorsee, the person who gives the check is known as endorser, and the person who receives the check is known as endorsee. So who received the check? Vishal. So Vishal account letter to check in hand. So this check in hand debit and this check in hand credit got cancelled. Okay. Now check is with whom? Vishal. So that these two entries will not be written in cash book because cash bank is not involved. Now you see this transaction: debit check in hand, credit Arun. Here debit Vishal, credit check in hand. So in this transaction, cash or bank is not involved. So when cash and bank is not involved, these type of transactions we cannot enter in cash book. In order to enter inside the cash book, either debit or credit aspect should be cash or bank hona chahiye. Here you see drawings to bank. So here this credit is bank. So this of course it will go to the cash book bank column. Okay, so wherever cash bank is involved in the journal entry, then only you can write that transaction inside the cash book in the cash column or bank column. If cash and bank is not involved, then that one you have to pass through journal entry only. You cannot write inside the cash book. After the cash book, you can pass journal entry for that. Separate journal entry you can write. Okay. This is endorsement. So withdrawn for personal purpose and endorsement. Now next is bank charges. Sometimes bank does so many services for us. Bank send bill for us, bank collect money for us, bank do ATM services for us, bank perform our standing instructions to do something. Bank may pay electricity bill for us, telephone bill for us. Means from for us means from where? From our account balance only. So you just keep money in your account, you no need to do anything. Whatever bills, everything what you have to make payment or you have to receive money, give order to the bank, they will do that. But bank will charge money from you for the service done by the bank. So that service charge is known as what? Bank charges. So bank charges means bank will take it from your account balance only. Whatever money you have in bank, from that only they deduct. Okay. So that is known as what? Bank charges. Suppose nowadays these money depositing machines are there. If you deposit money into your account, that for that also they make take charges. Okay. Maintenance charges, annual maintenance charge करके during the month of March month they take some amount from us. So like this, some charges bank usually charge from the customer. So that is known as what? Bank charges. So bank charges is expense for the business because bank is charging from our account, so our account balance will decrease. So whatever decrease, where it will go? To the credit side of bank account. Okay, so it will be recorded in the on the credit side of bank column. So what will write? Bank charges to bank. So what you have to write? Bank charges on the credit side, this side debit. Where which column? Bank column you have to put the amount. So remember, no confusion, two columns will be there, cash and bank column. Where to put the amount depends on the transaction. If bank is involved in it, then from your bank account money has gone or you received money in your bank account, then of course you have to write the amount in the bank column. Okay. Now bank charges on the dishonored check. Suppose dishonor case, I told you, somebody gave you check and you sent it for collection, but no money is in that person's account, so check is got dishonored. So dishonor also bank charge money from you. Suppose I deposited a check of rupees 1000 with my bank on customer gave me, and I deposited, but in that customer's account money was not there, so the check is dishonored. Now for the dishonoring, bank charged from me 100 rupees. So what I will do, this bank charge I will not write separately, this bank charge is different. So dishonoring the bank charge I will add back to this amount only. So the check amount will become 1100. So now I tell my customer that the check submitted by you got dishonored. Now you have to give me 1100. Why? 100 I paid to bank for charges. So that charge you can charge from your customer who gave you check. Now amount directly deposited by a customer into our bank. Sometimes what happens, customers purchased the goods from us and they went away. Like you imagine, I am the seller, you are the buyer, you purchased the goods from me and you told me, ma'am, I'll give you the money afterwards. So you said after some days you told me that you directly sent in my account, just like now I am collecting fee from you. You all are sending the fee, registration fee to my account. So this case is what the customer is directly depositing into the seller's account. Okay, so sometimes if I'm not checking my account balance or a bank statement, or if you are not informing me, I will not come to know about that. I have to check always. So if any customer deposited directly into the bank and bank is informing me, or when I am checking my account balance I come to know that customer deposited money, that also increase my account balance. Okay, so that also where I have to put, increase means debit side in the cash book you have to write. So it will be entered on the debit side of the cash book in the bank column. Where column you remember, debit side and column you remember, side debit, column is bank. Now interest allowed by bank. Interest allowed by bank means sometimes a bank allows interest to us. They say we have some amount in the bank, so for that bank will give us interest. So interest given by bank means bank has given us interest, so our account balance will increase. So where it will come, debit. So it also will write on the debit side. It is not credit side, it should be debit. Okay, by mistake it is debit side of the cash book, and amount will be entered in the bank column. If interest charged by bank, then it is payment, it will decrease our account, so credit side. So interest allowed by bank, that should be entered on the debit side. Okay, now one more is there, interest charged by bank. Actually it is not given here, you can note it. Interest charged by the bank, it is opposite to interest allowed. Okay, write that also, interest charged by bank. So when bank charge interest, bank is taking money from us, so it will reduce our account. So where it will go, credit side bank column. So it is very simple. First you may get little confusion, like two things you remember, side and column. If you the balance is increasing, debit side. If cash is involved, cash column, bank is involved, bank column. If your balance is decreasing, then credit side, cash is involved, cash column, bank is involved, bank column. This only the thing you have to remember. So understand the transaction, what is happening there, then you write. Okay, okay, now we'll go to a question. Okay, so this question also little big question, so that I can cover some almost all type of transactions. So enter the following transactions in the cash book with the cash and bank column, and also pass journal entries where necessary. So first you enter in the cash book, but some items are not allowed to enter in the cash book because cash or bank is not involved. Just say endorsement I told you. For that you can pass journal entry. That is why it is given. Also pass journal entries wherever necessary. So wherever necessary you can pass journal entry also. Okay. Okay. So just to see the items, just I'll explain. Cash in hand. Cash in hand, bank overdraft amount is given. Then check received from Hari and paid it in the bank on the same day. So I'll show you how to enter it. Check received from Vinod. Nothing is mentioned. Check received from Hari, that sent to the same day we entered. Here they are saying check received from Vinod on 3rd. 5th word, check received from Vinod deposited into bank. So this check 3300 ka check we deposited on 5th, means another day. Check received but deposited another day. This is what check received deposited same day. Now purchased goods and paid by check. We paid money by check. Freight paid in cash. Sold goods for cash. Again sold goods for cash. Yes. Now what sale proceeds of April 8 deposited into bank. So this one April 8 ka this date item amount how much 16,000 we deposited on 9th. Okay. Now so next on 12th withdrew by check for private use. From bank we withdrew, that is by check. Goods purchased Suresh on credit. Purchased goods on credit. Paid to Suresh by check. Received check from Ajay. Check received from Ajay endorsed to Vijay. Same amount. That's why amount is not given. Means it is about the previous transaction. Received check from Mahesh and deposited into bank. Received cash 1000 and check 1200 for cash sales. We have done sales. We have done sales. Okay, sales and it is deposited in another day. Okay, next is where it is paid into bank 10,000. Sorry, this one I was telling. Received cash rupees 1000, check rupees 1200. Means we did sales for cash only, but we received cash 1000 and check 1200. Paid into bank, we deposited into bank. Received a check from Prem and sent it to bank immediately. The same day we deposited. Bank notifies that Prem check has been dishonored. Bank charged 20 on this check. Okay, so this Prem's ka check what dishonor ho gaya. So that is what I told you. So all those cases you remember. Kishore deposited directly into our bank. One customer he deposited directly into our bank account. Then bank has charged rupees 60 for bank charges on interest on overdraft. So we have taken money from bank, that is overdraft, over and above our account balance. So for that bank charges 60 from us. So our account balance will decrease. So now we'll go to the cash book preparation. Okay. So just I will show you. Okay. So before doing this, you remember to write the question in your notebook. Okay. Otherwise, no, when I explain, you will be not able to follow because with the question only it will be clear. So write the question, then you understand the explanation in the video. Okay. So here the columns and all, you know, headings, head cash book, double column, then date particulars, LFVN, cash, bank. So this is the difference. Single column cash book means only cash column will be there. Now double column cash book, you need cash and bank column. Then again date particulars, again LFVN, cash bank. Okay, so these are the columns we require. So this one you remember, this is increasing side, this side will increase always and this side will decrease. Okay, so when your cash is going out or from bank money is going out, you have to write on the credit side. This way easily you can remember. Now date wise you have to record. So first April 2012, April 1, cash in hand means opening balance. So opening balance we have to start to balance brought down. Don't write opening balance. What you have to write, to balance brought down. What balance it is? Cash in hand means cash column you have to put 6,200. Okay. Now bank overdraft is given. So bank overdraft means it is not favorable balance, means suppose I have only 5,000 rupee in my bank account, but I need some 10,000 rupee emergency, but I don't have 10,000, I have only 5,000. So I can apply to the bank that okay, kindly give me bank overdraft facility, means over and above my account balance I can withdraw money from bank. So that is known as what, overdraft. So when we do overdraft, for that bank will charge amount from us, so my account balance become minus, means it shows minus 5,000. I have only 5,000 but I have withdrawn 10,000, that means my account balance is going in negative, so minus 5,000. So whenever this negative balance comes, that is known as what, bank overdraft. So negative balance means you have to put on the credit side. This is our payment side, no? So just like 2012 April 1, buy balance brought down, because overdraft, that's why we are putting here. If it is not overdraft cash at bank, then you have to put on the debit side only. Okay, now because of overdraft you have to write on the credit side, where it will come in the bank column, because it is bank overdraft 18,500. Okay, now on second, what happened? Received a check from Hari and paid into the bank on the same day. So same day we deposited. So no problem. What you can write? Who gave check to you? To Hari. Hari, that customer name. You deposited in the bank. So bank amount you have to write in the bank column, 1,300. Okay. Now third, received check from Vinod. Check received from Vinod deposited into bank. Okay, so on third, check deposit not deposited. So third, what you have to write, separate journal entry you have to pass, because check you received from Vinod but not deposited that day, the next day only deposited. So April 3rd, what we write, journal entry you have to pass. What we write, check in hand. So this you should not write in the cash book, because cash is not involved that day. Check in hand account debtor to Vinod. How much? 3,300. 3,300. This is journal format. Okay, you make it in format, date, particulars, amount. I am writing roughly, but you make it in for proper format. Okay, so now next day, 5th, what happened? Check received from Vinod deposited into bank. But on 5th, the same check they deposited into the bank. So that day what will write? Bank account debtor to check in hand. So there bank is involved. So where you can write in the cash book directly, you can write 5th what, to check in hand, where amount in the bank column, because money deposited in the bank. Okay, now next on 5th again, purchased goods and paid by check. So we purchased the goods, paid by check. So all payment will go where? This side, credit side. So date is 5th by purchase. Purchased goods by purchase. Payment how made? By check. So not cash paid, check paid. So amount you have to write in the bank column. How much? 20,000. Here 20,000. Understood? Now freight paid in cash. So again that day only freight paid. So by freight paid in cash. So you have to write in cash column. How much? 250. Okay. Now sold goods for cash. So sold goods for cash means when we sell we get money. So where you have to write on 6th to sales for cash is given. So you have to write the amount in the cash column 12,220. Okay. Now again on 8th sold goods for cash. Again we sold goods for cash on 8th. So to sales how much? 16,000. Cash, that's why cash column we are writing. So remember what is the in journal debit credit aspect means how we can call cash account debtor to Hari. Cash account, no, here bank, no. Hari's amount appearing where? In the bank column. So bank account debtor to Hari. This bank account debtor to check in hand. Understood? From this you can make that journal also. This also journal only, but the normal debit credit aspect wise. This what we can say cash account debtor to sales. This one. Here also cash account debtor to sales. Okay. Here the credit side what we say purchase account debtor to this first you have to say the item purchase account debtor to bank. Amount is in bank. This one. Here freight account debtor to cash. Okay. So this way you have to understand. Now 8th over. Now sale proceed of April 8 deposited into bank. So this amount 16th we sold goods for cash. 16,000 is there with us. That amount we deposited when on 9th where we deposited into the bank. So what we write on 9th? What you have to write? This will come now contra entry. So you remember I think contra entry means when we deposit cash into the bank or when we withdraw money from bank. In these two situations you have to write contra entry. So here what we are doing, the previous day sale 16,000 cash is available with us. Now the next day on 9th we are going to deposit this money into the bank. So what will come? Journal entry wise what we have to write? Bank account debtor to cash when we deposit. So bank already appearing here. See here contra entry how to pass. Bank is already here. So what we write to cash. Bank account debtor to cash. So you are writing cash here. So bank column you have to write the amount. If you write cash you have to put the amount in the bank column. The same day again in bank account here payment side also this will come. That's why we call it as contra entry. I told you contra entries will appear on both the sides. So by what will write? Bank. By bank where you have to enter the amount in the cash column 16,000. Okay. So this is what cash bank account debtor to cash. Here also bank account debtor to cash means from our account cash has gone. Where it has gone? This is payment side, no? So cash has gone from us. The previous day sale happened. That money is with us. So that money has gone from our account, from our hand to the bank. Just like I am depositing my own money into my account. Okay. So now money is deducted from cash column, but it is increased where in the bank column. So bank is increased because I deposited into the bank. So that's why contra entry is required. One side it has to deduct, another side it has to increase. In bank column it is increase, but now money is in the bank. But in cash column it is decrease because money has gone from my hand. Okay. Now 11. Withdrew cash for private use. Okay. So private use means we have taken money from the business for private use. for personal purpose. So buy drawings, private use, you know, it will decrease our account. So buy drawings, cash withdrawn. So 1000 rupees you have to write cash. Now next day again withdrew by check for private use. So these also by drawings only, but for his personal use by check. So from where it has to reduce? From bank it has to reduce. So how much? 5000. So 5000 will go to bank. Understood? No? This is cash drawings. So from cash we are minusing. This is by check. Through check he has taken money. So we have to put in the bank. Okay. Now 14th, goods purchased from Suresh on credit. Yes. So when you purchase goods on credit, money is involved or not? Money is not involved. So for that also we have to pass separate journal entry because it will not come inside the cash book. When cash is not involved, bank is not involved, you should not write inside the cash book. Okay. So which date it is? 14th. On 14th, goods purchased from Suresh on credit. So what is the journal entry we studied? Purchase account debtor. If it is for cash, we can write to cash. If it is for by check, you can write to bank. But it is on credit. From Suresh it is given. Name is given. So to Suresh. So in this debit and credit, bank or cash is not coming. So that is why it will not go to the cash book. So that way you can understand whether it should go to the cash book or not. So where डेबिट और क्रेडिट में कैश और बैंक आए तो उसको हम कैश बुक में डालना है, नहीं तो डालना नहीं, सेपरेट एंट्री ऐसे पास करना है. ओके. सो हाउ मच इट इज? 2500. 2500. Okay. Separate entry we passed. Now paid to Suresh by check. We paid to a person by check. So 16 paid to whom? Suresh. So Suresh by check means from bank account we have to decrease. How much amount? 3000. No, 2500. Because from Suresh only we purchased, that to that person we paid cash the next day. Okay. Now received check from Ajay. 17. But next day also you read. Check received from Ajay endorsed to Vijay. So 17, what happened? On 17 we are receiving check from Ajay. So what we write? Check in hand, because same day not deposited, moreover it is endorsed. So endorsed case also will not go to the cash book, we have to pass separate journal entry. So check in hand to who? Ajay. How much? 3700. 3700. 3700. Narration also you write. Okay. Now on the next day, 20th, not next day, 20th, check received from Ajay endorsed to Vijay. Now on 20th, what you have to write? Who endorsed to whom? Vijay. So Vijay account debtor to check in hand. How much? 3700. 3700. Okay. So that also over. Now on 22nd, received check from Mahesh and deposited into bank. Okay, from one customer we check received and deposited. So same day only. So it is on 22nd. So to Mahesh deposited into bank. So amount you have to write in the bank column 2700. Okay. Now paid into bank. No, before that one more is there. Received cash 1000 and check 1200 for cash sales. Okay. So we are selling goods and we received cash also, check also. So what to write? 20 For 2 sales, cash received how much, check received how much, cash received 1000, so it will go to cash column, and check received 1200, that will go to bank column, that only. So one sales you write, and for cash you write in the cash column, bank you write in the bank column. Bank means check. Okay, now paid into bank. So paid into bank means we are depositing into bank. Again contra entry is coming. So remember, when we deposit cash or when we withdraw cash, in this both situation what will come, contra entries will come. So again cash is going from us to bank, like a previous case. So 25th contra entry is coming. So when contra entry passed, no, you can write C in the LF column to understand it is contra. C here also, and here also C you can put in the bracket, means to understand it is contra. So here also now money has gone to bank. So to cash, write the amount 10,000 in bank column. So it is contra C. Then again in this side also, by bank, then you write the amount in the cash column 10,000. This also contra. Okay, so money you are deducting from this side and putting on the bank column here. So here in the cash column you are writing, and here you are writing in the bank column. Okay, 25th over. Now 26, received a check from Prem and sent to bank immediately. So प्रेम से एक चेक मिला, हम उसको जल्दी बैंक में भेजा है 26th को. So what we write when we receive check from customer, to that customer name, to Prem, we deposited. So assume that we will get the money 4150. So we got the check and we have written in our bank column that we have got money in our bank account. But next day what happened? On 28th, bank notifies that Prem's check has been dishonored and bank charged 20 on this check. Okay, so 28th को ये हुआ 26th. 28th bank told us that what check you, the Prem's check what you submitted into the bank, it has got dishonored, means उसका बैंक से अभी पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. So and bank charged rupees 20 from us. So the check amount total become 4170. 4150 plus 20 bank charges. So 4170. Now the new check. So when check dishonor, what you have to write? You have to cancel this Prem. What we assumed that Prem से पैसा मिलेगा करके इधर already लिख दिया 20, but 28th only we came to know that the check is dishonored. So 28th, how to cancel this Prem? We will not cut here and all. So in accounting what we do, we pass opposite effect. So in the by Prem, here we write, okay, 4000, how much amount? 4170. 70 understood, no? 20 we added with the bank charges also added. Okay, so that is why it become 4170. Now next is Kishore deposited directly in our bank account. Yes, one customer, he has deposited directly in our account. So that customer has deposited directly in our account means money has where in the bank. So what to do? Just like we received money from that customer. So what to write? 28th again to Kishore. To Kishore, where you have to write the amount in the bank column because he deposited the check in the bank 3000. Okay, now last one, bank has charged 64 bank charges and interest on overdraft. Okay, bank charges 60 rupee and interest on bank overdraft 720. So bank has charging from us. Interest on overdraft means we have to give to bank. So bank has taken from us. So 30th, but we write by bank charges because our balance will decrease 60. Then again 30th only by interest on bank overdraft OD. How much? 720. 720. Okay. So this way now we have entered all the items in the cash book. Now what to do? We have to total it and balance it. Okay. So totaling, balancing, either you can total both the sides, दोनों साइड पहले टोटल करके फिर which side is more, that side. So cash and cash you have to compare, bank and bank you have to compare. Okay, debit side cash and credit side cash. Now first we total the debit side cash column. It is coming I think 35,420. Okay, so cash column credit side is coming 27,250. So which side is more? Debit side is more. So that side I write first. If you want, you can write the total also. I'm not showing that total now. Okay. Yeah. So this side is coming 35,420. So this side total is more. So bring that amount here. 35,420. Then you minus this total. ये total आपको मिलेगा 27,250. So when you minus 27,250 from 35,420, balance is coming 8,170. Means by what you have to write? By balance carried down. So this is the remaining cash available. Okay. Now this bank column also will check. Bank column where it is coming, credit side is coming more, means this side is more. So इसको पहले total करना है. This side, which side is more, total is coming. Both the side you add and see which side is more. So credit side is more for bank column. So 50,950 first we'll put there. Then you have to bring it to the debit side. 50,950. So 50,950 से ये सारे total करने के बाद minus करो. That total is coming 41,650. So 41,650 minus from 50,950, it will be coming 9,300. 9,300. So what we write? To balance carry down here. Also we write to balance carry down. Okay. So this way you have to write and balance it, total it and balance it. Okay. So this way you have to do. You may get some doubts, of course, because this through this media, how much possible way I'm explaining. If any doubt, kindly contact, kindly ask me. Okay. Okay then. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.